Hey guys, it's Rishi back with another math video. This is my third math video. We're really booming up, so we can get started. Also, there will be an effect on the rest of the videos which will happen after this video, which I'll tell you at the end. But today's lesson is going to be about the different types of numbers. I'll start by just generally drawing a circle. First, there's natural numbers, which is the very center. Then, there's whole numbers. Then there's integers. And finally, we have the rational numbers. So what does this circle mean, and what do all of those different types of numbers mean? We'll start with the most basic, natural numbers. Natural numbers are basically just the numbers 1 and above, but there are a few rules for them. 0 is not included in rational numbers. Negative numbers aren't included in rational numbers, and decimals or fractions aren't included in rational numbers. Not rational numbers, but natural numbers. I get mixed up. So natural numbers are 1 and above, and they can't be 0, can't be negative, or can't be decimals or fractions. Next, we move on to whole numbers. Whole numbers can be 1 and above, and this is the difference between whole numbers and natural numbers. Whole numbers can have 0 in them, but whole numbers still can't have any negative numbers or any decimals or fractions. Next, moving up the ladder, we have integers. Integers are the numbers 1 and above. They include 0, and if you haven't guessed yet, they also include negative numbers. But in the pattern which we're going, they don't equal decimals or fractions. The only number which has decimals or fractions is rational numbers. Rational numbers are the numbers 1 and above. They include 0, they include negative numbers, and they include decimals or fractions. So rational numbers basically include everything. So any rational number is an integer, a whole number, and a natural number. Let me show you. No, I did it backwards actually. So actually any natural number is a whole number, an integer, and a rational number. So that's the number at the bottom is all of the numbers at the top. Because 2 is a natural number because it's the numbers 1 and above. 2 is not 0, 2 isn't a negative number, and 2 isn't a decimal or a fraction. It's just 2. So since 2 is a natural number, it goes with the whole numbers too. Also, it can be an integer, and it can be a rational number, because rational numbers are decimals and fractions, and they're the numbers 1 and above, because whole numbers are the numbers 1 and above, integers are the numbers 1 and above, and rational numbers are the numbers 1 and above. Now, whole numbers, if a number is a whole number, then it's an integer and a rational number too. If a number is an integer, then it's an integer and a rational number. And if a number is a rational number, it's just a rational number. No number can replace a rational number. For example, 3.5 is just a rational number. It can't be an integer because integers don't have decimals, whole numbers don't have decimals, and natural numbers don't have decimals. So it's just a rational number. I've talked about the basic type of numbers, but there's one number which doesn't fit in the circle, which is irrational numbers, which I talked about in my previous video with pi. Pi is considered an irrational number because the definition of an irrational number is a number which goes on forever and does not repeat. Pi goes on forever and it doesn't repeat. Let's say that we took a number like 3.1 repeating. That wouldn't be a irrational number. It wouldn't be an irrational number because it goes on forever, yes, but it repeats 1, 1, 1, 1. So it's not an irrational number, it's actually a rational number. So a few examples of irrational numbers is the square root of 2. There's no square root for 2. If you don't know how to do square roots, then I'll show you that in a later video. There's the square root of 2. Another one would be the square root of 5. Most square roots are irrational numbers if they are not a perfect square root. But there are some other different types which are irrational numbers. Now we can do a quick recap of everything. Natural numbers are numbers 1 and above. So example of a natural number is 2. 0 is a whole number. -5 is an integer. And 3.5 is a rational number. 2 is a natural number, whole number, integer, and rational number. 0 is a whole number, integer, and rational number. -5 is an integer and a rational number, and 3.5 is just a rational number. Finally, what we learned about is irrational numbers, and examples of irrational numbers are pi, the square root of 2, and the square root of 5. So now that we've recapped, I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something. Now for the quick alert. After this video, every single video will either be labeled 6M, 6M, 7M, or 8M. If you're in 6th grade math, you should click on the videos which say 6M at the end of them. If you're in 6-7 math, which is how it refers to, that's basically what I'm going to be showing you in 7M. So if you're in 6-7, or if you're in 7, either way you can watch this, because 6-7 is basically 7. I don't know why they call it 6-7. So if you're in 7th grade math, click 7M. And then if you're in 8th grade math, click 8M. If you're in 9th grade math, those won't be sponsored on this channel until next year. So you'll just have to wait. So now that you know this, in our next videos, I'll be posting 3 videos at a time, 1 6M, 1 7M, and 1 8M. If you're in 6-7, remember to check out 7M, not 6M. And now that you know that, you know which videos to click on, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. We're getting a really good count on that. So nice job, and turn on the notifications bell to get notifications about the 3 videos which I'll start posting. I'll probably post it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell.